Eric, that you said you use a lot? Does that?
Does it make sense to?
Does it make sense to blank? Right? Now, let me give you the other thing that people mess up on that one if I can. Because you are just hitting home runs here with your black belt, okay? Does it make sense to blank is very, very different than does that make sense. Does that make sense? Can be, and does that make sense, but I use it in an email mostly. I typically do not speak it. The reason why I don't speak it is it can very easily come off as I think you're a bit slow. I think you're not as intellectual as I am. Corey, we are going to say just out of curiosity. Does that make sense, Corey? Now all of a sudden, I'm back in 3rd grade with that teacher, Mrs. Eyman, that thought I not only was stupid, but hard of hearing, right? Like, we don't want to be Mrs. Eyman. No disrespect. Mrs. Eyman's dead. I was going to say no disrespect. I'm 49 years old. She was 100 if she was a day back then. She's long and gone. I can talk all smack about her. I just got hit with lightning. But does that make sense can come off bad. But does it make sense to blank? It's the opposite. I'm giving Eric all the power. Hey, Eric, does it make sense for us to grab coffee next week? Hey, Eric, does it make sense for me to quote the other? We're looking at 3 on the pilot. Does it make sense for me to quote the other 13? Right? Not right now. Not right now? Yeah. I just want to stick with the pilot. God, makes perfect sense. What's a good next step then? Well, if we could just get the pilot going, and then as soon as you can get me that, I'll circle back with you in the next month or 2. Awesome, perfect. I'll do that. And then how about I'll check in with you May 15th if I haven't heard from you before then. Fair enough? Right? Does it make sense to blank? I'm not asking them to do anything, but they can clearly see where we're headed. They have all the power, and people are exponentially, whether it's a $1.6 million deal, or giving us 13 more locations, or our wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, going to that new restaurant that we want to go to, right? People are exponentially more likely to do the thing we want them to do based on their reasons. Right? And if I say, hey, Corey, do you want to add these users? Hey, Corey, do you want to meet at Starbucks? Hey, Corey, do you want to sign the contract? Those are all my reasons, and I'm getting you to agree to my reasons. But if I just simply flip the script and say, hey, Corey, does it make sense to blank? We're cooking with gas because now Corey's in control. And if Corey says yes, that is a much stronger yes. Make sense?